Hi, guys. Amy here.
And Viv.
And I'm excited to be back because last week's episode was so well received.
Mm-hmm.
We put up a few reels and they did great. And we gained almost 1,000 new followers. Yay. Yep. So if you're new here, because I was telling you, I feel like the majority of our audience, like now I don't know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Before I knew pretty much everyone that listened, but now I don't know who you guys are. Welcome.
I know. Say hi.
Yeah, send us some DMs. Talk to us. See what's up.
I mean, do you feel like it confuses you if you were to meet a guy and he's like, oh, I want to take you out, and then he takes you out and then he tries to fuck you at the end of the night? Like, does that confuse you? Because are you like, wait, I thought you kind of liked me, like you wanted to take me out, but now you just want to fuck me?
XYXX.
Today we're gonna talk about
Celibacy?
celibacy. I requested topic, and at first we're like, well, neither of us are like intentionally celibate, so how are we going to talk about something that like we're not doing?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I've had spurts where I'm not having sex, so I guess like abstinence, and sometimes it's for a long time.
What's the longest?
The longest since I lost my virginity is 8 months, which that was this year.
Okay.
Remember?
Yeah. You're like, remember my drought?
Remember my drought? Yeah.
Damn, I'm trying to think what's the
rough.
longest for me. Probably like 6 months.
6 months, really?
Yeah.
Okay, pretty good.
I think that's terrible. Not
Terrible.
even a year.
Oh, I mean, temptation, huh?
I know.
I got my Bacardi.
You're a little something. I thought about putting a little bit of coconut milk in there, but I didn't know how you'd feel about that.
What? That would have been great. A little pina colada action.
Yeah.
Anyways, I tried the abstinence thing for a little bit,
Okay.
but then something happened.
What happened?
Um,
You just changed your mind?
no, like, yeah, I guess I
Okay.
did. I guess I did, but I shouldn't have.
So you have regrets.
I don't have regrets.
You have regrets.
Um,
Why?
Because I was holding off and I thought it would be like more special, but it just wasn't the right person, I guess.
Are you like a new person finder, or are you like I'm going back to what I know?
I don't really go back. I don't think.
Okay.
I mean, tell me if I'm wrong here.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I don't really go back. I'm not like a spin the block type of person.
Okay. It would be nice to see how it feels after a year, because I feel like when I'm not having sex, it means that my head is in a different space,
Yeah.
and that allows for me to have more room for other things. I focus on other things. I don't know. I think sex takes up a lot of energy,
True.
and especially when you don't just have a partner to have sex with. It's not like, oh, I feel like having sex and this is a person, that I
Mhm.
trust. It's like you're just outside.
That's the part about it.
So it takes energy. I don't know. And then it's like, is it worth that energy? This energy could be going towards something else.
Yeah. Well, before we started this episode, we called our friend who's on an almost 3-year long
Mm-hmm.
celibacy journey. And she was like, when you decide to do this, it's almost like you're cleansing yourself, like you're starting over. You're ridding yourself of all the energy that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, it gets super quiet sometimes, and you start to question yourself a little bit because you're like, am I not attractive anymore? But she's like, more than that, when she does talk to people, she's like, are they going to value like me?
I understand what you're saying. Like she already hasn't done anything with anyone for so long
Mm-hmm.
that if she was to cross that boundary, it would be important
Yeah.
because it's been so long. So it's like, are they going to value me enough so that after this is over, I would feel like
Fulfilled.
that, yeah, like that was worth it.
Yeah. Imagine.
Which is a lot of pressure, honestly.
It is a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
I said the longest I've gone is 8 months. And I was like, I'm just not going to do it. And then I broke my celibacy and it just wasn't worth it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know, whenever I've been celibate, it hasn't been intentional, so I don't know if I place that much importance on like finally crossing that boundary.
Yeah.
But
okay.
There has been times where I'm like, that wasn't necessary.
Mhm.
Yeah, that wasn't necessary.
Exactly, that's what I meant. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm not saying it's a regret, but yeah, like you said, it just wasn't necessary.
Yeah, like I could have gone without. It's like, it's almost like, remember that time that we ordered food and we were like hungry but not that hungry, but we were like still pushing for the food, and then we ended up getting it, and it was so expensive. And it was not that good.
That was so upsetting. And
that's what it feels like. Yes, and they forgot the dessert. And that's what it feels like when you finally have sex with someone after a long time and it's not worth it.
Yeah. People say like, oh, that's my villain origin story.
Who says that?
Me and Twitter. Like, I held off and then I did it and it was trash.
Yeah.
That's my villain origin story. Like,
okay.
Ever since then, I just hated everyone.
Do you ever feel like you hold off on purpose, like with an intention to set the tone?
Oh, for sure.
So what kind of tone are you trying to set? Like,
I'm trying to set, don't play with me.
It's not that easy.
It's not that easy.
You thought you was.
You would have thought.
You would have thought. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
But you didn't, but you might next time.
Maybe not the first time, but the second time, maybe.
No. The third time.
Okay. Guys, let's be fucking for real. Right? We're not celibate. I mean, I'm not having sex, but is that for a reason? Yes, actually it is. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right. It is for a reason. I made a promise to God. Not even kidding. I swear. This is not a joke. I made a promise to God that I was not going to have sex with a man that wasn't going to take me serious anymore.
So what's the criteria?
So the new criteria is he must be putting in effort. And I'm talking about energy, not just effort. Because I feel like men will take you out on dates. But is that effort? No. I want someone to call me and check in on me and listen to me and ask me about my day and want to be with me and want to get married and have babies eventually. It's crazy because I wrote that down in my journal. And then soon after, I started talking to this man. This is the first time someone told me they want to hold off because that's not their intention at all.
Mm-hmm.
He could be lying.
Oh, you think he's doing a reverse psychology?
I don't know, but
okay.
I really appreciated that because
it's different.
It's different, and already in my mind, as you know, I'm trying to hold off a little bit until someone really shows me. So I'm all right, that's a good indicator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd be holding off. I'd be trying to set the tone.
Can I just say that the first time that happened to me, I was very triggered and emotional.
Oh my gosh.
Because really? I had never had that happen to me. Yeah.
Wow. It feels good. It's crazy.
It was confusing. I was like, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean no? What do you mean you don't want to?
I mean, I know we've had a lot of conversations about like, should you wait, should you not, does it matter or not? But a lot of guys have been like, I wish you would have waited.
I wish she would have waited.
Yeah, like I wish she would have waited. I wish she wouldn't have given it to me that quickly.
I don't know. I just think that it sucks that that type of pressure is placed on us, where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, what do you mean? Like, if we're both mutually feeling the same way, then why do I have to be judged or condemned or looked at as less than because I
gave in the same way you did?
Yeah, because I agreed
Yeah.
to do this with you. But also, I've told you that I've felt that way about men, because then it kind of almost feels like there's nothing to build upon to get to that point or to look forward to. It's like, okay, I've seen this part of you all the way already.
Yeah. I know I preach a lot about the trust thing, but I think maybe that's a good reason to be celibate too. It's like, I don't know you like that. I don't know what your intentions are with me. Obviously, like, a lot goes into sex when it comes to like health or I guess in general, like your overall feelings. Like, look how, like you said, you got triggered when someone said they were trying to hold off.
Yeah.
Some people are celibate or like they hold off because like they don't know the person like that, and that takes time.
They have a certain standard or I guess a boundary set.
Right.
Whereas other people are like, I don't even need to know your last name.
Right. Like, what if I get pregnant? Like, how
that could happen.
How will I know that you're gonna be there for me or not?
They probably won't be.
But before I know that, I'm already giving it to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was talking to one of my friends about this because he was kind of making it seem like it's so easy to disassociate from the importance of what it is and or like how casual it can be.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't know. I feel like it's really strong energy being exchanged. And I mean, obviously not in every single type of relationship a child can be created, but just the fact that it literally can be created in certain types of dynamics, like a child can come out of that. Like that has to
or even
hold
the
a weight.
opposite. Like, have you ever, I don't want to say pressured to take a plan B, but like, has a guy ever like
No.
assumed that you're just gonna take it?
No.
Or like,
I've never had that. I think the most a man assumes is that he wouldn't have to wear protection the first time. That's always a little bit like, why wouldn't you be prepared for that? Or like, why would you just assume that that's going to be okay? Like, I know sometimes in the moment you don't think about it, but I feel like in those situations, no, I've had situations where I don't, but that's because I guess I feel that comfortable where it's just not even a thought. But that doesn't happen often. That's been like on a very rare occasion. Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, no, I'm thinking about it.
Right.
So I don't know. That's kind of concerning. Like, you guys.
Wait, but can I say, like, actually?
Go to 7-Eleven. Like, come on.
Yeah, before you pull up.
Yeah, exactly. Or just be prepared. Like, I don't know. So I heard you mention earlier that when you feel like you've had sex with men, it's been... I heard you say that you've never had sex with a man who hasn't taken you out first.
Yeah.
And that really had me thinking.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because I have.
Okay. So how does that come about? What are y'all doing before you guys are intimate?
Just hanging out. Just talking.
Okay.
Stuff.
Just hanging out.
Same thing you do on a date.
True.
Just not outside.
Okay. All right. So did you feel like the connection was like building in this time, or were you just like giving into the feeling of lust? Or were you giving
really
into their feelings of lust? Like, was it you who wanted to, or like were you like feeding off their energy?
I I don't know. There's been times where I have just done it because of the other person more so.
Mm-hmm.
And then times when I know.
I hate that for me.
Yeah, I hate that too. It sucks. And then but most of the time I would say it's a mutual thing.
Okay.
I would say, yeah.
Well, duh, you're fucking gorgeous.
Oh, well, thank you.
You know? But, ugh.
Yeah.
So, do you feel like you have different criteria now, or you're just like, go with the flow?
I think naturally I'm a go with the flow person.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if a man is trying to court me and he's like, "Oh, let's go here, let's go there," I'm gonna assume like he's looking for something serious.
Okay.
So I feel like if you're not looking for something serious, we don't have to do that. Like you don't have to take me out.
Yeah.
If that's the vibe.
Like, when do you establish if it's something serious or not?
In those cases usually it's not, so that's just established from the beginning.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, do you feel like it confuses you if you were to meet a guy and he's like, "Oh, I want to take you out," and then he takes you out and then he tries to fuck you at the end of the night? Like, does that confuse you? 'Cause are you like, "Wait, I thought you kind of liked me, like you wanted to take me out, but now you just want to fuck me." This is making me question everything.
I know.
Like, I guess like my role as a woman, because like if I was a guy.
Well, I went out on a date with a guy,
Okay.
like our first date, and the date went really well. And then at the end, he dropped me off, and we kissed, and then he was like, "Do you want me to eat you out?" And that's the lead up.
Yeah, eat it to beat it.
Eat it to beat it is the phrase. So I was like, nah, like I'm good. But he was like, that's totally fine. I just figured I'd like shoot my shot, basically.
Okay.
The fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he might have gotten some pussy if you would have said yes.
Yeah.
So I guess it was worth the ask.
Shoot or shoot.
Exactly. What's the breaking point for you? You didn't talk about what's your breaking point.
The breaking point
Mm-hmm.
for me? It can be a lot of things, because at least in this last time that I was intimate with someone, we've known each other for a long time. So I was just like, let's just see what comes about.
Okay.
And then he was kind of like spending a lot of money on me,
Okay.
experience-wise. So not that it was transactional, but it was like, okay, well, he's doing all this for me. So like,
Is that how you perceive that situation though?
why wouldn't I? No. I was willing and ready to explore.
Okay.
But yeah, I just should have not explored. I shouldn't.
Okay, well, you wouldn't have known that unless you explored.
Exactly.
So that's
all right. Well,
it's
now,
okay.
now
Yeah. In hindsight,
close the book.
yeah, not
It's
it.
done.
What are your values, Amy?
My values as a person?
Yeah, for like your partner, like in a relationship, like what's important to you? Well, yeah, as a person, yeah.
Number one, God. Like, we both have to have
Okay.
like a relationship with God.
Amen.
Amen. Number two, like a hard-working man
Okay.
that like knows his duty as a man, like, and he stands on that, stands on business.
Okay.
Yeah. And I guess lastly, a person who is kind and like puts me first as his woman and will protect me and cares about my happiness and well-being.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you? Values in a man. Values in a husband.
And a husband?
Yeah.
Someone who is emotionally intelligent. Also someone who's like driven, hardworking, kind, respectful.
Mm-hmm.
I think respect is like the biggest thing.
Yeah. And that umbrella's over a lot of things. 'Cause I feel like if you
Exactly.
have respect for somebody,
That's
not
the
gonna
whole
cheat.
thing. No, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Respect is the whole thing.
mm-hmm.
Also someone who I can pray with. Someone who believes in God. And someone who cares about their health.
Facts.
Yeah. And can teach me things. Like broaden my perspective.
Yeah. I feel like all the men I've dated,
Have brought in your perspective.
yeah, for sure, except for a few, but like for the majority, I date men that
Mhm.
are like as smart or smarter than me. I like to date men that like
Mm.
really can teach me.
I've dated people that I don't think are, not that they're not as smart, but they don't think
Offer
the
much
same way.
substance.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm starting to realize I think this generation's priorities are so fucked up that like along with not having a personality um outside of
Instagram?
Instagram, it's like really it's kind of sick.
Yeah, I think those people though are like the sheep.
Facts.
Yeah, like you're not a real person.
Mhm.
I don't think I know that many people like that around me. I feel
Yeah.
like everyone around me is really genuine and like
Around you.
intelligent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Right.
yeah, that's mm-mm.
And just like I don't know, like broaden your perspective. But anyways, so today Viviana was looking at my vagina.
I saw it.
She is in aesthetic school,
Mhm.
and you were doing your like hours for laser.
Yeah, I was getting my laser quota in, so I lasered Amy's pussy.
Yeah, there was a few other people in the room. Your
It was four of
classmates,
us. No big deal.
your teacher. At one point, she was like, "Okay, now turn around and spread your butt cheeks apart whenever you're ready."
And there was Amy with her whole ass out.
I know it's not important to the story, but
It's not, but it's funny.
yeah,
You look good though.
yeah.
Yeah, you look great.
I know. You complimented me with my butthole.
Yeah. It was great. I was like, okay, I see you.
She was like, "You have such a clean butthole." I didn't know that. I didn't
What
know.
you mean? You don't look at it in the mirror?
I mean, like, I don't know what a dirty butthole is.
No, because it's lasered, so it's like completely just hairless and just pure. It's clean.
Um, yo, if men only knew that the secret, I'm about to put y'all on. The secret to making a girl the most comfortable around you is to make her feel the most protected and the most like, you know, like the forefront of whatever you guys are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you can make her believe, and maybe this is a manipulation tactic, I don't know. But if you can make her believe that like she's the most important thing, like her pleasure, her safety, like the respect of her or whatever, you can unlock a lot of maps in the game, a lot of rewards.
I don't know if I've ever thought about it like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, who's the person you've felt most comfortable? Obviously, don't say it, but like, intimately wise, and why?
I don't know. That's a good question. That kind of makes me want to dive deeper into the psyche of that because I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of just like an energy, I guess, that I picked up on, and it's like, okay.
But what's the energy? Like, what are they doing that makes you feel safe? Do you feel like not judged?
I feel appreciated.
You feel appreciated. Okay.
Yeah, not judged, appreciated,
Yeah.
and solid. Like
Mhm.
solid energy, grounding energy.
Yeah. I saw this video of this guy who said that your largest sex organ is your brain. I know that sounds like I guess corny, but
A sapiosexual.
sure. I think.
Isn't that what it's called?
I don't know.
When you're like aroused by like mental stimulation.
Yes, I guess, but I think I interpreted it more so as like what's like is this person making me feel really good, like mentally and like really safe and really comfortable in this situation. So now like I'm open to just not think about anything else. 'Cause you know how like there's a lot of even insecurities that comes with being in the bedroom with somebody. Like, you're already thinking, like, let me be sexy. Let me say the right things. Let me not moan too loud. Let me not, like, you're already in your head. But if someone unlocks that key where they make you feel so comfortable, that eliminates that. So that's the key.
Have you ever found yourself in a situationship?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like that either. I'm done with that.
It doesn't feel good. It feels very demeaning and makes you question your self-worth often. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of gaslighting going on in situationships because it's almost like, but wait, we're doing all of this, but you say you don't want that, but this is a part of that.
I'm done with that.
And then you just wonder, why didn't you want that part? I wanted that part with you. Why didn't you want that part with me?
Right.
And then it's well, it's not you, it's me, but then you have a girlfriend now.
A month later.
So I don't know.
What?
Like, you clearly loved that person. You could have just
looking
said
for something.
I was a placeholder. You could have just said that.
Bro, that's really crazy.
We could have just came to terms and made a contractual transactional agreement.
Yeah. You should have said I was
But you confused me.
A stepping stone.
I thought you loved me.
Now you know how to deal with your emotions because we met.
Yeah, because you know nobody doing like me. Ain't nobody comparing. But it's whatever now.
Who was that message for?
You know who you are.
Oh my gosh. I'm keeping that in.
Okay.
I'm weak. Yeah, I'm done with the situationships because
we're too grown for that.
Yes, we're too grown for that. But also, why are we having the discussion of what are we? Meanwhile, I'm giving you.
I don't know. At some point, you have to hold yourself accountable.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Like, I'm not doing that shit no more.
Yeah, exactly. She's not doing it no more. Don't even fucking try it. Don't even hit her DMs unless you're trying to get married or something.
I want my eggs cracked. While my name dropped. I think that's what she said.
Something along those lines.
Yeah. Too hilarious. Ultimately, guys, it's all about your comfort zone. If you choose to be celibate, if you want to join me on this journey, we're in this together. You want to join me or?
I mean,
on this side?
You know what it is? I just don't trust myself to make that commitment. I know.
I had to promise to God.
That's terrible. I don't want to promise to God if I don't think I could keep it.
I was. You know when people give up stuff for Lent?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Like meat. Just stop eating it, bro. It's disgusting.
Same thing. Same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Giving up meat. In the name of Jesus. Amen.
Stop. That's blasphemous.
I'm not even playing.
That's blasphemous.
Me and God are like this.
Yeah, me and God are like this too. He been telling me. But, we don't got to get into that.
Listen here.
Oh, what I need to do is start going to the gym. That's what I got to do.
Working on my fitness. He's my witness. Okay, guys. That's enough. That was a little fun episode.
Do you know what song that's from?
Fergie.
Oh, my God.
Wow. Okay, yeah, we got to get out of here. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Patreon coming soon. Thank you to all the welcome to all the new listeners, And follow us on all things social media. Everything linked down below. Bye.
Bye. Just forget it.
The weather call.
Other niggas.
Because you're a slut. Just kidding.
ASMR.
I love it. I feel
Yeah.
like I could do this for
Maybe
hours.
we could do it on like another channel.
On our Patreon.
On our
some
Patreon.
ASMR.
Some ASMR sex talk.
I don't know about that, but
We could like
mean,
unbuckle belts and stuff.
I
into the
know.
mic.
And like whip things. And then we can get like whipped cream and like just.
Like that one?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.